Hey Run Junkies, welcome to Runners Without Limits TV. Now a question I often get is how you can stay running healthy without relying on a metric like heart rate. Many of you know I love using that metric in my own training, but it's an acquired taste and it's hard to get the hang of it. I know, I get it. But today I'm going to break down something called the rate of perceived exertion. So stick around. Rate of perceived exertion is a scale by which you would categorize your effort. One of the more common methods is the modified Borg scale. Modified because the original scale is from 6 to 20, but that's kind of confusing. So we're going to use a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being the easiest effort and 10 is all out. Let's break that down by the numbers. 1 on the scale is reclining on the sofa, watching TV. Your heart rate should be close to your resting heart rate here. 2, maybe you'd be sitting up and checking your email, scrolling social media, but still pretty quiet. Heart rate is still pretty low and relaxed. 3 is standing, folding laundry, doing dishes. Also, a slow, easy walk. 4 is where we would be if we were going out for a purposeful walk. Not quite a power walk, but definitely feeling a bit of effort. Heart rate should be up a little bit, just shy of zone 1. 5 is a super easy jog or shuffle. This is a warm-up pace, a cool-down pace, a recovery interval pace. This is where I spend a lot of time. Zone 1. RPE 5. 6 is your run all day pace, and you should be able to park it here for a good long time. You can still talk easily, but in shorter sentence fragments and carry on a conversation. You would use this pace for long runs, and this is zone 2, your most used training effort. This is an RPE 6. This is my, well into my warm up or early stages of my cool down. I'm doing speed work. Try to get back to this. 7 is considered by some to be about tempo pace, which might be somewhere between your 10K and half marathon pace. You are firmly in zone 3 here, and it's much tougher to carry on a conversation. You might be able to sustain this for a while, but certainly not all day. More experienced runners can park it here for a longer race effort. You might also use this for strides, pickups, or accelerators. This is about as fast as I can go while still kind of talking and making sense of things. This is about 10K pace. This is my tempo training pace, RPE 7. 8, it's getting much tougher now. You can still talk, but in very short sentence fragments. You are getting into zone 4 here. You would use this for intervals, and 8 might fall between your 5K and 10K paces. 9, you are done talking. You will start to feel this in your muscles a bit as kind of a burn, and you should only be able to sustain this for a few minutes. You are firmly in zone 5 here. 10 is all out, only able to hold that speed for a minute or two, upper zone 5, everything hurts and it feels like you're dying. Yeah. Now you'll notice here that I correlated some of these numbers with the heart rate zone. That's because this is a really good way to be honest with yourself about your effort level. We should be able to assign a number to our effort and have that proven out with the heart rate data. Just because you say it was a 5 or 6, but your heart rate is in zone 4, your data is saying that you were working harder than you thought. Also, rate of perceived exertion should not be a hard and fast set of numbers correlating to a set of paces. Just like with heart rate training, your paces could vary wildly from day to day. Do not get hung up on how each number relates to your pace in that moment. Think of your training in this way. For shorter races like 5K and 10K training, you'll probably see some of these runs up in the 7 to 9 range. For longer distances, you will see a lot of 5 and 6, maybe some 7s and maybe a few 8s, but not many. The bottom line here is that paying attention to our effort, giving each run a purpose, and being honest with how hard we are working is how we're going to get the most out of our training, which helps us reach our goals on race day. But what do you think? Does this help you understand how hard you should be working on your runs? Please leave thoughts, questions, comments, and suggestions in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Remember, you have no limits. And happy running.